a heart attack. Fast fatal heart impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and past. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let's give a brief little review. Now, in the last part, we had Deku. Deku, he went on a spiritual walk. He went into the spiritual plane that's mirroring our world. And he was able to find the target by flying across town to the hotel they might be staying in. Now, this was a very dangerous maneuver. And Deku, he started to lose his way. However, he was able to return to his body thanks to the help of one of the previous avatars. They were able to help guide him as if they were a beacon. And Deku, he got there. Now, whenever this did happen, there actually was whenever she was driving. She saw something that she's heard about before. And if she's correct, and I mean 100% correct, sure of what she just saw and what she knows about it, then there's only one real thing that she can say. Deku, Izuku, the guy she's known for a few weeks or about over a month, he's the Avatar. The guy who is a strange firebender is the Avatar. Now, with that being said, right now they're currently renting a hotel room and trying to find out what to do about their target. And for the sake of the video, and for a lot of other things, I'm going to be skipping over this part. What they do is very simple. Whenever Boomin would arrive, there is later that night. The target is set to leave the hotel room to go and do something. And it's currently pertaining to work at the office, or where they're currently located, for their job. Now, when the target does go to leave the hotel room, they're walking in the hallway and Boomin would ambush them. Him actually going to bring Earth out of the walls to close off the corridor. And whenever that does actually happen, we'd over she just come stepping out of a room, and she does go to attack. Now, she directly does go to open a door, it being connected to, let's just say, a supply room or a janitor's closet. And whenever she does go to do that, there is whenever she does directly strike the guy into the back and into the wall. And when that does actually happen, the man, he is going to somewhat move forwards, hitting the wall and going to fall backwards. And whenever he does try to get back up, Deku does come rushing in. Him directly running up and going to pull back his hand. As whenever the man is going to see lightning directly in Deku's hand, he does just somewhat bring up his hands. And Deku, he does just go to directly zap downwards into the man's neck. Now, after that happens, what they do is they fix the wall, bending it back to normal, and then take the guy down the staircase to the ground floor, where Boomin, he would open up a tunnel he carved out earlier. And they would take the man out and down the street to a parking lot. Now, things would go this way. And after they get the target to the parking lot, they call the proper people. And before the night ends, they're already on a plane heading back to the location or their base. Now, with that, everybody, they're actually somewhat good. And they're actually all a bit celebrating. Boomin, he's actually smiling and handing out a few high fives. And Koya, yeah, she herself actually is in a good mood, and so is Deku. And Koya, she actually is going to somewhat turn and tell Deku that, well, what he did was a bit of a gamble. He actually did help them find their target, with just a day to spare. Yeah, I know. I can't take all credit for the idea, though. I did look and see where you guys were getting hotel ideas for. Besides, you was actually a very big help. She said that the hotel started with an A, so I just went off of what you guys were looking for. Hmm? That's right. Why didn't you tell us about that? Oh, uh, I went off the idea that you guys all knew. I mean, you guys did read the paper and talk to people before we left, though, right? Um, no, I didn't. I heard nothing of the sort. Yeah, honestly, you gotta fill us in on stuff like that next time if we work together. Right, right. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. Are you okay? Hmm? Yeah, I'm good, Izuku. It's just I got a lot to think about. Yeah, I could imagine. I mean, look at this. We're on a we're in the back of a plane and we just kidnapped a guy. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, yeah, there is that. Now, Deku does get to notice this. She's quiet. That is odd. Okay, so something's wrong here. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. Just, I'm thinking about something. Okay, and you want to share it with everybody? I'm not really sure if I should. I mean, I'd be willing to talk to Koya about it. It's a bit of a personal issue. I didn't mean to pry. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just, I'm curious about something, and I could use some advice from her. Hmm? Really? Yeah, if you would, over here, please. Now, Koya, she is gonna walk down. Her walking a bit further down the plane and going to sit down with you. And she does directly try and flat out ask her in a very serious tone, which catches Koya off guard. Does she know if Izuku's the Avatar? Um, that's, what? Um, I know it sounds strange. Bear with me. We both saw what happened in the car. And I've heard about that before. In fact, I have an ancestor who knew an Avatar, and they documented a lot about their journey with them. Really? Yes. And they've talked about the Avatar state. And by all accounts, what happened to him in the car? The face glowing? That was the Avatar state. I know it was. It was just as described. Just without tattoos. Really, really. That sounds interesting. It is, right? I mean, besides, if he really is the Avatar, do you think he's hiding it? Um, I think you should ask him directly, but wait till we get off the plane. Now, she does notice this. Koya? Yeah, she's acting off guard. And she's caught by surprise with this question. Right now, she needs to talk to Deku. And maybe she should just wait. Now, after the two do go to sit back down and talk with everybody, there is actually Deku who he does somewhat going to stand up and going to take a phone call. Whenever he does get into contact with Yokits. Now, Yokits, he does inform Deku as to what's going on. And Deku, he does going to listen. Right now, they are heading back to the base. And there are actually people here who are going to be interrogating their friend. If they want to stick around for it, then do so, but there is a degree of safety they do need to be aware of. Since, while it may not be very physically taxing to watch what might happen, it will be mentally if they are not prepared for it. Yokits, are you talking about torturing him? Izuku, what we are doing is beyond simple men. In fact, you have to have the drive and guts to get your hands dirty. Yokits, We're trying to save the world. Exactly. Which is why if we have to break a few eggs in doing so, I am willing to do it. Think about it this way, Izuku. In a farm, there are plants, and there are bugs, and then there are gardeners. Or, well, whatever correct term you want to put there. Listen, Izuku. The bugs, they get into the plants. They can harm them, and in certain cases they can destroy them or poison them. And the farmer, what they do is quite simple. They will destroy those bugs. Granted, those bugs have a greater place or have more importance elsewhere. However, on the farm, they are just that, a nuisance. Do you understand? I do, but that seems like a bit of overkill, don't you think? Izuku, if you would like to oversee and be a part of the interrogations to get information, you can do so. However, you will find that this man, he is not a good person. In fact, he houses many secrets of his own, many of which are very unsavory. So please, know what you are getting into is quite simple, and will be quite easy to understand in the grand scheme of things. Okay, Yokits, okay, fine. Now, Deku, he does get to turn back. Him turning back around and seeing Koya? Jesus Christ, you scared me. What's going on? Now, Koya would go to grab Deku's hand, her pulling him away from the area they're currently at, and further away from where you and Boomin are sitting. And Deku, he's kind of surprised. As both the two, they do go to stop, and Koya will go to speak. Okay, listen, don't freak out. Freak out? Freak out about what? Okay, how do I explain this best? You might know you're the Avatar because of what you did earlier in the car. Excuse me? Yeah, she told me about how avatars, they glow in the avatar state. Shit! I forgot about that. How can you forget about something like that? Well, it's not exactly something I do every day. Besides, you kind of forget you glow whenever you leave your body. Okay, listen, I don't like your attitude, but right now, I'm letting you know this so you don't think I revealed your secret. Okay, sorry. But why are you letting me know about this now? Did you hear about this earlier? She just told me earlier, and if I told you whenever I sat back down next to you, you'd freak out. Then Boomin would find out. I told you I keep your secret. Besides, you have to convince her that you're not the Avatar. Or tell her you are and ask her to keep it a secret. Let her know that people in charge know, and that you just aren't comfortable with letting people know who you are yet. Okay. What? Okay, fine. That's it? You're not gonna freak out, scream, yell, try and just say I'm wrong? Tell me off? Anything like that? No, I'm not. Now, Deku would go to bring his hand up to his head. Him going to somewhat think about what to do. Okay. Okay, what to do? Let's see. Okay, that might work. Listen, I'll handle it. And thank you for letting me know. You're welcome. Um, so while we're here, will we be able to talk about what happened? Right. Uh, the mistake. No, no. Um, it wasn't a mistake, but it's just I'm not typically that way. You don't kiss on the first date. That's a pretty blunt way of putting it, but yeah. I do have an interest in you, but it's just I don't know. I don't have a good I don't have enough to go off of to know you. And well, I know a good amount, but I just it's confusing for me, okay? This is all new to me, especially because you're the first guy I've actually kissed. Oh, well, that makes me feel a bit better. You're the first girl who's ever actually kissed me, or actually been interested in me like this. Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised actually. Okay, sorry. But listen, let's try and figure each other out more before we just jump into dating, okay? I mean, I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying that no, listen, Koya, I get it. I get it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. Besides, I mean, it would kind of be weird, right? Especially because we're teacher and student. You're teaching me how to waterbend. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna be landing soon, so we should probably land. Or we're gonna be landing soon, so we should probably go back to our seats. Right. Now, Deku and Koya were gonna walk back. And Deku, he would talk about how he just got off the phone with Yokits. And the man he was telling them about a few things. Hmm? He was telling both of you? Yeah. Koya wanted to know what was going on, so she came over while I was talking with him. Yeah, I did. I just wanted to make sure a few things were good before we landed. Now, Koya, she was trying to play this off. And right now, after they do land, there is actually you, who she does talk about how she wants to talk to Deku for a minute. Hmm? Okay. Now, both the two would somewhat go to walk to the side. And you should go to ask the question that Deku, he has to try and answer. Now, Deku, he doesn't look directly at you and tell her that he will tell her flat out. He is the Avatar. No way. Okay. So, if you're actually the Avatar, then why are you here? Uh, that's, hard to answer. Are you trying to take these people down? I don't know yet. I've seen good things from them. Sure, there's some bad things, but I'm I'm still figuring it all out. There's a lot to do, a lot to fix, and the way they're going about it, the world it needs to be balanced again. And right now there's a great imbalance. You speak like an avatar, that's for damn sure. So why'd you pull me to the side then? I just wanted confirmation. Who else knows? Not many. Yokits knows. The waterbending teacher knows. And Koya knows. Wait, she actually knows you're the Avatar? She's my waterbending teacher. Oh my god. Okay. So, other than her and Yokits, who else? You. Okay. Listen, please keep this under wraps. right now, there's a lot going on. If people found out the Avatar was involved with this, it would be bad. That's why I'm just Izuku the Firebender. Strange guy, weird guy, you name it. Right. Okay. Well, I gotta go. We're gonna walk past Deku and walk away. Before she was gonna someone stop and turn. You know, you're not that bad of a guy, Izuku. Uh, really? Yeah, you're not. Besides, you clean up nice. Anyways, bye. We're gonna walk away. And Deku, he's not sure what to say to those statements. Okay, well, that's good to know. Now, with that, Deku, he does go to somewhat meet Yokits. Him walking up to the man, as the man is going to somewhat bow and greet Deku. Deku bring up his hands and going to bow and greet him again, as they do talk about what's been going on. And Yokits, he actually is very happy to hear what they have to report. What they have to report is that they captured the target with a day to spare, and people won't realize that they're missing and not even in the same city again for at least a few hours, at most. Now, with that being said, Yokits, he does get everything prepared, as their, well, guest. They are somewhat still out of it. And right now, they need to be woken up for a conversation. And Deku, he is handed a strange mask. Now, Deku does get a look directly at it, as it's odd. I'm going to put it on along with everybody else in the same room, as there is whenever somebody is going to walk directly up to the man and then going to actually bring up a needle. Them going to push down the plunger to get all the air out of it, as they go to somewhat flick it on the top metallic part. Now, when they do go to do that, they do go to put this directly into the person's arm, them pushing down the plunger as they do try to hold the man's shoulder still. As the man, he does go so much jump forward, trying to fight against his restraints, as he just was given a pretty good shot of adrenaline. And right on the man, he does go somewhat look around, seeing all these strange people. Now, the man's confused. The last thing he remembers, he was walking down a hallway. The wall just ended for the elevator, and then that's where it gets fuzzy. He remembers a pain, and that's it. Okay, so where is he now? Hello, sir. Who are you? Well, that is quite simple. We are guardians. We wish to talk to you in chat. Now, this can be easy, or it could be very, very painful. We do not wish to hurt you, sir. However, if you do not give us the information we want, then we will have to. We will do what is necessary for the greater good. And if you understand what is necessary for the greater good, we can have you back in your building. We can act like this never happened. You can give us the information and be on your way. And if you do so feel inclined to keep this little venture going, then we might be able to help you. Excuse me? Your company, the one you work for. We can help you with your position. You handle investments, correct? Yes, I do. Why are you asking me that? Well, sir, that's quite simple. We have an entire file full of information about you. And if you think that we are bluffing, the man going to say the guy's address, and then going to say the name of both of his children, and even the school they go to, along with even his wife's maiden name. Before he does go to start listing off his social security number, the man is going to stop. Him telling the guy that he'll do whatever he wants, just don't hurt him. Or his family. Really. And you'd think that a man like you, a man with his own secrets, he'd be a lot more inclined to hide them well. What are you talking about? Ah, the gambling, the friends, and, well, your secretary. You'd think that you'd be able to keep these things a little bit more under wraps. Now, they're going to stare at the guy as he's confused. What's he talking about? Okay, listen, I get it. You have dirt on me. But whatever you need, I'll help you. Just keep this on the down low. I see you understand your position. Well, now, allow my friend here to question you then, and answer truthfully. Now, this is where an earthbender would go to walk up. And right now, he does have his mask with no eye holes. And the guy is kind of confused. As the man would somewhat go to bend down to the man's level and ask him a question. Before, when the man is going to answer it, the guy just goes to stand up. Him actually going to bring his hand up and form a rock-like fist before socking the guy across the face and informing him that was a lie. Now, answer him honestly. Now, the process would somewhat repeat until there actually are some questions the man, he's actually starting to have difficulty answering. And that's something that Deku does pick up on. As where the guy, he does somewhat not answer, the guy with a rock fist is somewhat going to stand back up and back away. Him backing up next to Deku before someone going to pat him on the back and throw him forwards. And Deku, he does get somewhat look towards the man going to nod before at least going to point forwards with his hand. And Deku does go look at the guy. And the guy, he does somewhat try to beg and plead. Ask him exactly if he is just going to hit him again. Hit him? No. Okay. Deku walking directly to the man. As Yokits, he was somewhat going to state, since he doesn't want Deku to talk, that he will ask him the question again. Exactly when will the operation to move it take place? Listen, alright. Renovations on the facility were going to be soon. But right now, that's not easy to handle. Alright? I don't know too much about it. He's lying. Now, Deku, he does go to somewhat bring up his hands. As he does go to bring up his right hand and hold up some flames. Him just keeping a constant steady flame like a blowtorch with two fingers on his right hand. As Deku, he does go to somewhat wave it out and forwards in front of the man. Him somewhat panicking a bit more. As Deku with his left hand, he does go to somewhat bring his hand up and immediately start to bring up lightning. And the man does go to stare directly at Deku. As Deku, he does go to somewhat bring his hand up and tap onto the chair. The man feeling the voltage as Deku just going to pull back his finger. And the man does try to answer the question again, as he does tell a little bit more of the truth. And whenever the man is going to talk about how that is a half lie, Deku, he does go to bring up his hand. Him dispersing the lightning and then going to bring up the fire. As Deku, he does go to directly run the flame over the man's leg very quickly. And the man, he does feel the pain from that. He felt the intense heat. And while it did burn, it wasn't a lot. Okay, so he got off easy on that one because he told half of the truth. Okay, well, here goes. Okay, listen. Fine, I'll tell you what you want. The company I work for, they're doing everything they can to hide what's going on. They're disposing of the waste in other places, burying it, throwing it away, exporting it somewhere else. Just listen. That's all I know. I can tell you where these facilities are. And whenever they're moving the waste, just take it. Do whatever you want with it. Throw it at the headquarters. I don't care. It's not worth dying over. Now, the man will go to explain. That is a good answer. doesn't he feel better about coming off and clearing some of that weight off of his chest? Now, when that actually does going to happen, you do actually have Deku, who he does just want back away. And he does just going to look directly at the man, before someone is going to step forwards and bring up their hand. And they do go to directly jab a metal rod into the man's neck. And Deku, he does going to freeze. As the guy, he's dying. Now, Deku just stand there. As everybody else, they do also just stand there as well. Before or after the guy is going to pull the metal rod out of his neck, he does go bring up his hand and pull off his mask, expressing to all of them that now they know what to do. And they need to be aware. This man, what he participated in was not good. Along with that, he was evil. He was not maintaining balance. And right now, they are balancing things a bit more with his presence being gone. You killed him. Yes, I did. Do you have a problem with that? We never said we killed people. Kid, you have a lot to learn about the world. If we let him go, he would have told somebody. Besides, his involvement in this is bigger than he said it was. He was still lying. Besides, he signed the forms to do that. He's responsible for at least 2 or 3 animals going extinct. Now, anyone else have problems? Good. I'm going to turn and walk away. And Deku does still stand there. As the guy, he's still tied to the chair. And Yokates are going to tell Deku that this is all necessary for their cause. And if Deku, he does need some time, then to please take the rest of the day off. And they can talk tomorrow. Perhaps he can even meet his friend. Your friend? Yes, my friend who was in charge. Granted, while what that man did was not in the best taste, it was necessary. He will be reprimanded and told otherwise about a few things. However, you handled your part well. Whenever he was a little bit more honest, you didn't hurt him as much. That is good. That shows that you will draw a line and that you appreciate honesty. Do you understand? I do. Good. Now please, take some time, Izuku. And, well, go see your friends. Now, Deku going to walk away. And right now there is whenever Deku, he does going to see everybody else. They have already settled back in. And right now dinner, it's going to be in at least an hour or 2. And some people, they've been chatting and hanging out. And right now Deku, after he does do what he needs to, he does start to walk through the facility. Before he does knock on a door, and Koya would go to answer. Her somewhat surprised. Izuku? Hey, what's up? Hey, can we chat? Sure. Why? I just saw a guy die. Oh, wow. That's, I just, I don't know. I've never, that just, it's hard. Listen, Izuku, I'm just gonna say, I'm not sure if chatting with me would be good. Go for a walk, try and clear your head, okay? Just try and think about it yourself. Because if I pass judgment on how I think, or even just let you know what I feel about that, it's gonna make you question what you feel. Her gonna step forwards. before someone going to hug Deku and telling him that right now, take some time to himself, since that is what he needs. Sometimes being around other people to try and solve his problems may not be the best idea. Take a step back and look at it from a point of view he can feel comfortable with. Somewhere between neutral and personal, since it might affect a lot of things if he just tries to ask other people about what they think about it. I don't get it. Izuku, I don't expect you just try and focus on what you think is right. And, well, take some time, talk to yourself about it. I don't know how that works, but just try and clear your head for a minute and come back with a better point of view. Yeah, maybe you're right. Now, Deku would go to leave. Him deciding to take a walk out of the facility. Maybe he should go by the lake. That was a very nice place. Maybe he can meditate down there. Clear his head and come back for dinner. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.